This is a great image of a respectable, classy, beautiful woman.
For you to point out this well-dressed sister here to make me feel some type of way about myself becomes a problem.
Let me get you.
The reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Let's drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
Hey, you are now watching Single on a Saturday Night, the best talk show on this side of wherever you are. I don't know where you are, but this is where you need to be, right here at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. I am Shelly Williams, single, never been married, and no children. And I don't know how I feel anymore.
Really?
Really. I see babies everywhere, and I'm like, I want a baby.
Man, you better get a puppy.
No, I don't like puppies.
No cats. No
I
cats.
don't like cats.
You
I don't
cannot
like
be a
dogs.
cat lady.
Oh, no.
I will not let you be a cat
Oh,
lady.
no cats.
Get
no dog.
like a bull mastiff, because you know you walk down the street, dudes like that. You can meet more dudes with a dog.
I don't like dogs either.
It don't matter if you don't like him. You just have him.
Oh, just have him?
There you go.
Okay.
It's like, you know, like the man in the mall with the kid. It's like his
Oh,
friend.
it's different. So I'm going to just get it, and I'm going to have it for a minute, but I'm going to let somebody else take care of it.
Exactly.
So then they can take care of it.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Matter of fact, just borrow somebody's kid. Like that, you'll get over it real quick.
Make sure you
borrow somebody's kid when the kid got colic. So anybody out there that need a babysitter, Shelly Shell looking to babysit, specifically when your child is ill.
And
then we get right over this maternal instinct thing.
We're talking about kids. That might be getting into the topic.
Don't be touching me. Don't be touching me talking about kids. Get away. Get away.
That could be your proof during tax season.
Oh,
Walking around with that kid.
Oh, no, excuse me. I already got a plan that if I ever get one, I'm naming it TD1, tax deduction number 1. Because I'm trying to tell you, holler at your sister, because I'm about mad that everybody out here getting ready to be W-2 rich, okay?
I know that's right. I know, especially those people with a lot of kids, but we're going to get into the topic later. Go ahead, Dave.
I know. Actually, I need to maybe rethink my position.
One of the senior members of the panel, single, never been married, but negotiating in 2014. And they always been on me about negotiating, but I'll talk about that later.
You know, I'm gonna tell you this. You keep saying you're negotiating in 2014.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So you're trying to negotiate your contract, and I understand that. So, but in order to have a contract, that means you need a party of the second part. So I need to know, have you identified a party of the second part so you can negotiate?
Ooh.
My people will call your people.
I'm asking right now because America wants to know.
America, my people will call her people.
And y'all know I'm gonna tell it.
You know, we do tell your business, David, for real. Don't let us find out.
Oh, yes.
Don't let us find out. We'll tell your business all up and down. Who is it? Yup. I'll tell you. All right, we'll let you go. Sorry.
It's cool. I'm Dr. David Pulley, owner of Diamonds in the Rough Consulting. It's a consulting firm that helps people enhance how they present themselves professionally, romantically, and socially. I'm also a doctor of psychology, and my concentration is marriage and family therapy. So they call me the relationship doctor because I specialize in the topic of soulmates.
Did you hear that? He said doctor. I'm sitting between doctors, doctor and doctor. Dr. Danielle.
Oh, yeah, so there you go, since they was being oppressive, because I'm trying to impress these people in the audience over here, because they having this singles event that's only for the upper echelon. So I will introduce myself. I am Dr. Danielle Sassy Sweet Buns, all of this right here, Patterson Esquire. Because, you know, they told me that I have to become a little bit more multi-dimensional, so they gave me a stripper name, Sassy Sweet Buns. Y'all don't need to know about that out the noise.
You want to explain that one to me? I want to know.
Sassy Sweet Buns.
I'm sassy, and somebody said I had sweet buns.
Oh.
I don't know, we're going to spell it with a Z, so it make it like a little hood ratchet.
Oh, a ratchet. We
Yeah,
ratchet.
I know.
The upper echelon is ratchet, too.
Yeah, I need to be all across the board, because you know what? My clients come from all walks of life, and they didn't know that I can relate. So, you know, I had a case, actually, so I'll talk about this later, because it was very interesting, is that the mama died, and she had 6 kids and 9 baby daddies. But every single child had father unknown on the birth certificate. So one of the children, who was actually 21 when this incident occurred, it was a medical negligence case, and I spent 3 years trying to undo all of this. So what I did was, and I thought that this was very brilliant for me, very early in my legal career, was that I published in the paper that the case resolved for $8 million. So each of the children would have gotten over $1 million because it would have went in the trust that he couldn't get till they was 18. Well, every man that ever slept with this woman showed up and was ready for the paternity test. So, but what they didn't know was I had already gotten custody, full custody, for the oldest brother who had actually brought the lawsuit. So now I sued every single one of them for all them back child support that they didn't pay all them years.
Yay! Well, that's how Sassy Sweet Buns Esquire does it. Anyway, so what she's talking about is children. We're talking about dating and children, but not just one child, two child. We're talking about someone or people who have multiple children, almost like 8. So Christopher Barrios, he's our guest today, and he has multiple children. And I don't know how we all feel about dating people with children, but when I sit and look around me, and they say you are who you're around, believe it or not, we are the 3 right here who have no children. How does that happen? The 3 of us have no children.
Because it's snowing, and today in Philadelphia at 4000 City Avenue, and the people with no kids were able to get out the house. The people with the children had to stay there and take care of their kids because it snowed. They had to get out there and shovel and salt and all that. I don't have those problems because I have lots of men, so somebody need to come shovel and salt. I told them I had somewhere to go this morning.
I'm sorry, I don't have anybody to shovel my snow.
You need to work that out. I don't know. All these women out here that don't have nobody shovel their snow, I don't know what they doing.
Well, sorry.
My father told me when they had a penis, they got a shovel.
Well, I don't mind if I find the man with the penis, but I live in the kind of neighborhood. Not in my neighborhood.
Well, what's wrong with that? I don't care what neighborhood you live in. The old man next door was out there with the shovel. You said you was going. That's right.
Listen, the man next door who's married to the woman don't even shovel. She shovel. That's the problem.
Oh, you need to go have a day. You need to bring them to the show.
And then on the other side is nothing but single women. Single woman, single woman, single woman, all single women who own houses in the suburbs. Thank you. Anyway.
No, you still need to look into that. No, I'm going to tell you, see, when I was looking for some place to live, I needed to look to the male to female ratio. And we're going to talk about it again later. I'm trying to tell you, you got to be worried about that male to female ratio. Because I don't care if you're married. Come shovel my snow. Your wife likes it.
All right, I'm going to find me a man in my neighborhood who can shovel my...
And they don't have to be from your neighborhood.
Wait a minute. The cameraman over here on the right-hand side lives around the corner from me.
And he ain't come shovel your snow.
I had to beg him to come shovel my snow.
He should have been walking around there with a shovel in hand.
Smitty, his name is Doc Smitty, and I had to beg him to come shovel my
really
snow.
Put people out, for real.
I'm sorry.
Stop putting him out.
But he finally did. After I had to cream my scalp, I'm at work, and when I get home, I don't want to shovel.
But see, I'm going to tell you why you got shoveling problems. You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because, see, I ain't had no shoveling problems in the big snow, earlier this week. But I also had seafood, gumbo ready, and I had made some confetti cornbread.
Ain't nobody getting no food.
And, I had lots of liquor and some movies. I had people shoveling all day.
Okay, well, I'm not cooking, so there you go. Smitty, I'm not cooking for you. That's all right. But thank you for shoveling that one time that you did. Anyway, so we're talking about people with children, which we have none. But David, 2 daughters, dating with children. What is that all about?
Having children, it depends on ages. If you got older children, it's easier for you to get out and date. If you got younger ones, then you got a different level of accountability. And what location? Do your children live with you or not with you? Could change a person's dating life. So that's huge.
Does the fact that you have children, does that hinder your dating life?
Never had. Nope. It just, like I say, it depends on where your children
That's
are.
That's because you're not dating. You wasn't dating to be serious to be settling down. Not to be telling your business or nothing.
No, I wouldn't say that. You never know what comes upon you that you will welcome in. So I wouldn't say that. I just understand that having 2 daughters was a little different because I'm conscious of
what
I show them. So it's going to make you be reluctant to do a lot of things.
Reluctant to do a lot of things. Now, Danielle, we don't have children.
No.
Do you date men with children?
I got a rule about that.
He's got a rule.
The first rule is I need to know, is the baby mama dead? I like them. When she dead, because I ain't got to worry about her interfering in my relationship. I like to know that they out of state, because everybody know that that's that place that you can revisit in times of temptation, desperation, and whatever else going on. It's like, oh, well, you came to shovel the snow. I didn't cook anything, but I got something else for you. So no, like I have to like really, really count that up. And and then the ones that battle with the baby mama, see, I know that's a front. I know that's a whole front, because then he really running over there knocking that off whenever he feel like it. So, yeah, I have rules about that. And, and then I need to meet, not the kids early, I need to meet the woman early. Because, I am all of this. Yes, and I really got a whole issue with when you want to fall back on your 50, in your penny piece, when you got a whole 50-cent piece over here. So, I'm I'm a lot to handle, so I really don't know. And also, then I got this whole thing about, you know, the dating thing. I really don't see how you got the time, effort, energy, and resources for them and for me too. So, I mean, you know, because again, I'm a lot, and I know it.
Exactly. Now we're getting ready to go to a break, and like I said, we'll come back. Christopher Barrios, he is going to reveal how many kids and how many.
We're going to talk about his village.
His village that it all takes, and how many baby mamas he has and all that. But I also am dating someone who has 7 kids. 7. And I'm gonna tell you how I really feel about that.
You're gonna tell us how much you really like it?
How much is
adding to your lifetime?
I'm gonna tell you how I really feel about it, because I'm tired, y'all.
This episode might not make it to
Let's go to a break. This is Single on a Saturday Night right here at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. We do this every 4th Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Thank you to everybody that helps put the show together. We're gonna shout you out when we come back. Let's go to a break. It's a Single on a Saturday Night right here at TGI Fridays, and we have the Motives Cosmetics Deal of the Week. How do we have a Deal of the Week? And the Deal of the Week is, how do you look good when you go from daytime to nighttime? You know, sometimes when you're at work, you want to go out afterwards, and you don't want to look dull. You want to brighten it up for the daytime, nighttime, you know, Single on a Saturday Night type of thing. So how can you go from daytime to nighttime really quickly, and how can you make me an expert in this?
It's very simple. Daytime is natural, and you just base your colors on what you have on during the daytime and just intensify the color a little bit. So with having a neutral color on the lid and intensifying it in the crease with a deep color, that will give you a smoky eye that's really good for a nighttime look. You really want to intensify your look at night because the lighting is different and it's dark out. So your eyes are everything. So people want to see. People want to see your eyes, and they want to see stuff on your eyes at night. You don't need to go out looking drab. And going out looking like you're in the daytime will not enhance what you do at night. So you want to do that at night.
Stay tuned to Single on a Saturday Night. Every week we will have your Motive makeup tip. Motives by Lala. You know, Lala wears this makeup. You know, Lala, you know, Carmelo Anthony's wife. You know, just in case you didn't know, she wears this makeup as well. Go to Motives Cosmetics /beauty.
Go Beauty.
Go Beauty, so you can get more tips by Ginger. Because you know what? Day to night, we're going to be fabulous. Go Beauty.
I think it made it a little easier because I'm not sure, I don't know because I don't have that experience, but I'm not sure if I would have been able to deal with a current, you know, someone who is currently involved in all of that type of stuff. So but that's my experience.
That's your experience, and that is a whole hot mess. I'm gonna tell my experience later, but I'm gonna talk to Chris first because I really want to tell some stuff. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm so looking forward to it. I can't even concentrate on Chris right now.
Chris, tell us how many children you have and why. No, I'm just kidding.
Just so there isn't a lot of confusion when people say, oh my God, you don't look like you have 8 children.
8 whole children?
5 girls, 3 boys, guys.
What's the age range on them?
5 girls, 3 boys.
What's the age range on them?
My oldest daughter is 15. My oldest son just turned 14. I have a son, I'll be 13 in April, a 10-year-old daughter, 2 5-year-old daughters, a 4-year-old daughter, and a 3-year-old son.
So you can't date for like another 18 years.
I thought about that. Like, 50, that's a nice round number to just kind of make sure everything's well done and my kids are up and off to college and stuff. But the thing about it is, they're my responsibility. I do whatever I can to handle that. If I'm blessed to have someone to help me occupy my time when I'm not with my children, when I'm not parenting them, when I'm not taking them here or meeting
when would
them
that
there.
be?
And how many women is in that circle?
No, I need to know. He said when he wants somebody to occupy his time. Yeah. When? So, because right now, if we at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Avenue, and we here from 12:30 to 4. So that sounds like pretty much all the time you got all month, and that's you here. So I guess we on a date right now.
I have the fortunate but unfortunate displeasure of not living with my children. Now, I live here in Philadelphia. 3 of my children live here in the city. The other 5 live in New Jersey.
How far away in New Jersey?
Wildwood is the furthest. Sicklerville, Pennsgrove are my other 2 sets of children in Millville. So that's a lot of travel. just to get them to do anything. And whether it's plane, train, automobile, bus, or whatever, I do what I have to do to get to them. It's not easy, but that's the result of me handling my responsibility and manning up and do what I need to do.
How many women involved in that circle?
My 8 children are with 7 different women.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, they was 15, 14, 13. Wait a minute, make sure. 15, 14, 13, 10, 4, no, 5, and then 4.
5, 4, 3. I had 4 children before I moved to Philadelphia 8 years ago.
So no. I don't care about that.
Okay.
I'm counting. So I'm trying to get to. So like, it seemed like to me you was handling your responsibility somewhere else in an overlap. So it was
5, 5.
Yeah, cause no, not that. They 15, 14. So the first one and the second one, 15. How long it take to have a baby? 9 months, right? And so then it was that 1 baby mama and 2 baby mama. So the only reason it's 7 is because you got twins. You ain't even got 2 by 1. You just hit twice with the 1.
No. My 2 older sons have the same mother, and me and their mother, we were engaged.
So you got. So wait a minute. So that's not twins. The 2 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds, they're not twins either.
They're not.
They were
Oh,
overlapping.
see? So wait a minute. Let's get back. Okay. So the first 2, way back when, you had the 2 together.
Yes.
And then after that, you were like, this is great. Let's have a whole bunch of baby mamas.
No, it would seem that that's how it went down, but really it wasn't.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I can. If anything, I was, my oldest daughter's mother, me and her mother, we were high school sweethearts. We dated in college, and I wound up expecting. I was 21 years old when she was born. I was in school and starting my professional career. But me and her mother, my oldest daughter's mother, we weren't together. I was living in Pittsburgh, she was in New Jersey. We made a conscious decision at that point, 15 years ago, to be co-parents and not be together. We still been friends. We still have an open relationship as far as communication.
And so then you had another baby. Y'all still still friends.
At that point, I got
into. And then she got pregnant again.
I got into a relationship with someone I met while I was home for the summer. We moved in together. We started a family together, but it didn't work out, and we wound up having 2 children together. So by the time before I was 25, I had 3 children. But I was a professional. I was working in telecommunications. I was managing.
Do you possibly make enough money to take care of all those kids? Seriously, like really?
At the moment, no.
That's what I'm saying.
The reality.
Like, so when is the point that why continue to have kids if you can't take care of them? If you can't afford to say, I'm sorry, I think I'm having an issue.
No,
you can't afford to take care of them.
Start sweating again.
It's a very valid and irrational question, honestly.
Like, why keep spotting them out? Why not protect yourself? I don't get it. Like,
you said you was handling your responsibility, so it was at least one responsibility you wasn't handling. Neither one of y'all.
And have you came up with any plans to try to provide for these kids to make your financial situation a lot better? And also, too, with 8 kids, how can you have a social life? How do you manage that time to be able to spend that time with each kid, especially since they don't have the same mom?
Well, let's get a man some time to answer. y'all are firing a bunch of questions.
Good.
No, well,
y'all firing a bunch of questions at my
topic.
man.
It is a very interesting topic. If anything, what the statistics say that it takes about $250,000 to raise a single child in the United States today. So that would mean I would have to be a millionaire. Am I a millionaire right at this moment? No, I'm not.
You have millionaire potential, don't you?
Absolutely.
That's right. I just want to
But
see
when
your
you going to
side.
see the potential, you just told me you're 40 now. That 50 looking like.
Are you 40? I missed
No,
that.
I'm not 40.
He's not 40.
Jesus, and all. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Not that.
I want to hear him, share with us how you got to the point of going from 1 to 8.
How'd I go from 1 to 8?
And how you talk to these women and they keep having babies? Because I'd be like, yo, bro, really, no, you good.
All right, so yeah, go ahead from 1 to 8. We're on 3 now. You went 3. We're on 3.
I think the best way I can explain it is this. At one point in time in my life where I was young and I was definitely handling, what I could handle with my responsibility with my children, and financially, I was making enough money to do what I had to do. Don't get it twisted. I'm not afraid or a stranger to family court. I've been there and I had to stand up and make sure that the numbers are on point, making sure that if I had to go and handle a visitation order to make sure I can stand up for my rights as a father to see my children, I did that. It was a point in time in my life where, quite frankly, I did have lapses in judgment as opposed to how I conducted myself as a man in the area of intimacy. Was I able to find myself in situations where I'm with people and I chose not to protect myself? Absolutely. Did I make a decision to just not think about the future, not think about how it impacted everybody else? At some point, yeah, but at the end of the day, I had to man up and handle my responsibility. The term baby mama definitely doesn't apply to any one of the women that I've had children with, because the negative connotation of irresponsibility and instability that goes along with that doesn't fit any of them.
Well, this is my question.
Yes.
Was it a relationship with every single one of them women?
Wasn't a relationship with everyone.
So then somebody a baby mama. Sorry to tell you.
Okay. I mean, that's
But not only that, your youngest is 2. 3. Your youngest is 3, and you're talking about 3 years ago, at 7 kids, you decided once again 3 years ago to make another child. Now,
3 years ago, I was engaged. I was on the way to getting married.
Why couldn't you just wait to get married? I mean, if you was on the way and she obviously, we talking about child number 8, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she got the ring or the engagement ring. She got the promise. Why couldn't you make the commitment before you then made yet another baby? Because here you go. Now, I mean, to me, you had a diamond in the rough, absolutely, to accept you with your 7 kids already. And then to say, I'd like to say yes. Because I'm going to just straight tell you, we could have been like, you know, I'm good for this. Like, we could have been dating forever, and as soon as you asked me to marry you, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, we would have broke up then because, like, I know I don't want to be dealing with you and your, 7 other kids. But you got this woman that really, really thought this was great and was like, yes, this is what I want for the rest of my life, to be dealing with all his baby mamas. And I want this, and because I want him so bad. And then you made the baby. I mean, what y'all was planning on getting married in 17 years? Because, some people get engaged, it's just something to do. They don't really intend to make it to the altar. So why was that the decision? Like, or was it one of these things where she felt like everybody else had a baby by you, so I want a baby too?
That's a good question. The surprisingly enough answer is that she thought she couldn't have children. And actually a couple of the women...
Who told her she couldn't have none?
No, she thought.
Okay, that's what I said. Okay, who told her?
She had screwed a bunch of times and didn't get pregnant, and that's why she thought she couldn't have.
No, she was married.
Why people ain't go to the doctor? I just want to know that. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the circumstances are very different, and it's funny because if you want to put the statistics down on the table, there's so many different things you can lay out about them, and then when you look at who I am and what I've been able to attempt to accomplish.
You've been able to knock everybody up.
We're going to find out what you're going to accomplish when we come back from a break. This is Single on a Saturday Night. We're going to find out what in the world was on anybody's mind. You know what? What's on my mind? Why would I date somebody with 7 kids and don't have kids? What's on anybody's mind?
Well, actually, what was on her mind was that she didn't have a way to get in it. That was very interesting. And we will be right back to talk about that further as soon as we come back to 4000 City Ave Fridays on the 4th Saturday of every month.
Welcome back to Welcome back to Single on a Saturday Night. Look, the topic done got me crazy. I'd like to thank everybody who helps put the show together. That is DJ Romy Rome, who's actually not here, but he's on the radio every Tuesday at 8 o'clock on 88.1. Of course, Austin 5 Photography, taking all those candid shots of us. And we're actually going to do a whole nother photo shoot.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited. We're doing a new photo shoot. So that's coming up. And of course, Howard Gilliam Jr., he is the best production team outside of anywhere you want to go. If you want production, you have to call Howard Gilliam Jr. He does celebrity weddings. Now that's big. I don't know, he was at a wedding that, Will Smith was at. That's how big he is. But anyway, and of course, JT Wilcoxon, because he looked at me like on the side, like, what you mean? I do production too, and what? Anyway, so we're talking about having and dating someone.
I don't know
with
what you was
multiple.
talking about. I was talking about the magic stick because I think it's over here.
Oh, magic stick.
Let's throw it right on out there.
Christopher Barry he has 8 children, and we want to find out when in the world.
No. He don't just have 8 children, ladies. He got 8 children and 7 baby mamas. So they ranging from 15 down to 3. So maybe when you got the number 4, if I was like the other chicks, I'd be like, I'm good. So I have decided that y'all wanted to know where the magic stick was. It's over here in the purple sweater. Because clearly, he said he knows if he can hit once, he can hit twice. Because if you remember, before we cut away, he said, y'all don't know what I can do. That's what he said. Those were the exact words. And apparently, he knocking up chicks that can't even get pregnant. How you doing?
You are a gifted litigator.
I got the magic.
That
she gets you like a 50-year-old woman that's in menopause already.
Wow.
Actually, then you can get on the news and take care of all the other kids.
That'd be bananas. If anything, I can just say this. I very rarely talk about what I do behind the scenes, but I can say this.
You make me want you
there.
Wait a minute.
Okay. I can say this. There was definitely a point in time, and this day and age is really different because of the fact that there's so many different things in place that allows you to meet different people. And when you're not in a committed relationship, this is a saying I used to subscribe to. I called it PCS. So how did I have 3 children within a year and a half after my first 4? It was something that just really, I wasn't always in my right mind at the point in time, but definitely because of the internet, you can do what's called PCS. Point, click, and smash. Plain and simple.
I would agree with that.
Point, click,
Plain and simple.
smash.
There are people out there who are not looking for serious committed relationships, who are looking for access.
Smash?
Some level of an attempt at intimacy, and in some cases
Attempt
without.
Intimacy, you mean they just looking to smash?
Basically, and if they're not protecting yourself,
that's what I was gonna say. So,
that's what
when
can
you
happen.
Point, click, and smash. I think it's supposed to be point, click, condom, and smash. Like
I would agree with that.
Thing.
And in a couple instances for me, I didn't do
Because
that.
then you might end up with point, click, smash, and be hidden in Virginia.
Are you done having children?
I'm done.
And have you,
sure?
taken
What
any
makes you
measures
think
to
you're
ensure that you're done?
I haven't taken any measures yet, but thankful to the Affordable Care Act, I'm covered. I can go ahead and get that handled.
Do you
That's
plan
what's
on
up.
getting a hand? You do plan on getting a
I do.
Well, you know, for
But,
the first 2 years
I
that
think,
you can still
to be
ejaculate
very-
and they create semen. You know that, right? So don't get the thing, and then you're gonna have a whole bunch of paternity tests talking about it ain't mine. So
No,
for
I'm
the
not-
first 2 years, the ejaculate can still contain semen.
I've heard about that. But in that arena, I think there's 3 things I had to be mindful of.
Unless you jerk off an awful lot.
Whoa.
I mean, like you could
you
get
need
to it
to.
real quick.
That's a lot of pain in the ceiling.
Hey,
Just do
Chris,
it.
could you explain your mindset through this whole process? You got 8 children. Could you tell me, and you say you was young, you was immature, what were you thinking about? Like, what was your whole process?
Honestly, there was a point in time where I was looking for love. There was a point in time where I wanted to really be with somebody. I really wanted to settle down. The attempt at a serious relationship didn't really work out. And during that period of time, I had people that I dated. There were people who, and the reverse of that is, I'm the one with the children. Have I dated people who don't have children? Yes. Have I dated people who have had more children than me? Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like now.
And actually, and I guess the other side of the coin is what is
as a
defined
dude, you
dating.
really want to date somebody with more kids than you? I mean, because I hear all the time about the walls, and like, I hear this all the time. See, I don't have no kids, so I ain't got that problem.
Here's the thing.
So I hear about this. So somebody got more kids than you, so they done pushed out like 6 to 10 pounds like 9 times.
What is your definition of dating? If your definition of dating is
I'm just on the
strictly the
smashing.
sex
I ain't even
aspect of
fronting.
it
I'm just
versus
on
the
the
building
smashing.
a relationship, building a friendship, building, with that said, the reason why I don't use the term baby moms is because the women I've had children with, I still have friendship with, I still have a relationship with. They decided when the opportunity was presented to them, and it wasn't just because they were pregnant, that, well, I'm here, I'm single, you're single, can we be together? They didn't want to go that route. I had to respect their decision.
So what is dating like when you have a whole bunch of kids? The last woman, I mean, she's dealing with, the last 2, they're dealing with 6 and 7 and 8 kids. What is it like dating? Do you bring the kids around? Are you inclusive or are you exclusive of your kids? Is it just, listen, I got 8 kids, I'm gonna do
Do you even tell them like the first 6 months? Because truly, I mean, they always telling us around here, when they like the expert that you shouldn't be like exposing your kids to the randomness anyway.
Exactly.
So like in your case, you knocking them up so quick, they could never even know about the randomness.
Exposing and being and disclosure are 2 different things. For me, disclosure is pretty simple. Follow me at ProudDad8 on Instagram and Twitter. I put it out there from the jump. That way, if someone has
So it's in the Twitter
rules,
I'm Chris, have 8 kids.
Proud Dad of 8.
Yeah, that's what it says. Proud
Okay.
Dad of 8 on
For me, having that disclosed,
absolutely.
put certain people who have rules, who have certain things that they want for themselves when it comes to dating out there, and if they decide, you know what, I think he's a nice guy. I can't believe he had 8 kids. Let's see what happens. They can make that conscious decision versus people who are very quick to hide what's going on when it comes to their responsibilities with children, who don't disclose anything, and then they find out after the fact.
But we're going to find out. We're going to go. I believe this is the end of the show, but we're going to come back next week, and we're going to talk to the women in the audience about how they feel about dating. I mean, looking at you, nice looking guy, but would they really date you because you have 8 kids and not enough money to go around for anybody? So we're going to find out next week on next week's show what it's all about. Thank you for joining us on Single on a Saturday Night. Join us next week because we're going to really get, we done pounded him to death, but we're going to find out how the ladies feel about this whole dating with kids and a whole bunch of kids.
Oh, I think that's definitely the episode you want to watch.
Yeah, you definitely. I think you want to watch every episode. But thank you. It's Single on a Saturday Night, TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ed. We do this every 4th Saturday at 12:30 p.m. So you know what? I'll see you here. I'll see you right here. Yeah.